We're going to explain how to fix the type error, string indices must be integers error you often encounter when parsing JSON data in Python. This error typically pops up when you try to access JSON elements using strings as indices instead of integers. JSON, or JavaScript Object Notation, is a standard text-based format for representing structured data. Python offers the JSON module to easily work with JSON data. The core problem is that you're treating a JSON string like a Python dictionary or list incorrectly. Let's see how to resolve this. 1. Understanding the error. The type error. String indices must be integers. Error arises when you use string keys to access elements within a JSON structure that's been loaded as a Python dictionary, but the structure's elements themselves are strings, not dictionaries. Python dictionaries need integer indices to access their elements. This error often happens when the JSON data is nested or contains unexpected data types. 2. Correct JSON parsing. First, ensure you are correctly parsing your JSON data. Use the JSON loads JSON send function to convert the JSON string into a Python dictionary or list. For example, import JSON, data equals JSON loads JSON string. Here JSON string is your JSON data as a string. If you have your JSON in a file, use JSON load open file.json. 3. Inspecting your JSON structure. Before trying to access elements, examine the structure of your parsed JSON. Print out the data variable or whatever you named your parsed JSON. This will help you understand how the data is organized. Pay close attention to whether the elements you want to access are dictionaries or strings. 4. Correctly accessing nested data. The error often occurs when dealing with nested JSON. Let's say you have a JSON structure like this. Name, example, details, city, New York. To access New York, you need to access it in 2 steps. Data details. City. Attempting data details. City. Directly if data details. Is a string will fail. The data details base needs to be a dictionary. Incorrect usage would be something like data details for 0, which might trigger the error. 5. Handling unexpected data types. Sometimes the JSON might contain unexpected data types. For example, if you expect a dictionary but get a string instead, you need to check the data type before accessing elements. You can use type data details to see if data details phi is a dictionary. If it's a string, you might need to re-examine your JSON data source or parsing process. You may need to further parse the string within data details, if it's structured JSON itself in string format. 6. Debugging techniques. If you are still getting the error, try using a debugger, like PDB in Python, to step through your code and inspect the values of your variables at each point, including the type of each variable. This will help you pinpoint exactly where the error is occurring. By following these steps, carefully analyzing your JSON structure, and using the correct method to access elements, you should be able to resolve the type error, string indices must be integers error effectively and confidently handle JSON data in your Python programs. Remember to use print statements liberally to inspect the structure and content of your JSON data at various points in your program for easier debugging.